All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank y'all so much for coming over. Now, I know y'all see this title here, and boy, I know when I reacted a couple of days ago to that, the whole rap music and how it is, and you got all these rappers pretty much saying the same thing. There's no substance. They're just talking about money, hoes, and clothes. Now, this one here, nobody's impressed by twerking anymore. And it's obvious why. We're back on the Janae Danielle channel, which I'll leave in the description again for you guys to check out more and even subscribe. I probably gonna be, let me see, the four I think about is Ice Spice, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. I feel like those are gonna be the four women that, as far as celebrity wise, who are gonna be in here. But the older you get, the more you try to get away from this stuff. Trust and believe. Yeah, we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
No shade, I hate to be the one to say it, but some of y'all doing that baby boo trend look like it's stink.
Not all men enjoy looking at you do this baby boo challenge. That is so.
Oh God, so it's another trend. I ain't even heard of that. Baby boo. Like, I have a TikTok, but I don't use it. I don't really be on TikTok like that. I go on TikTok to like my wife's videos when she does her unboxings and stuff. But have you guys heard of a baby boo trend? This video is from 6 months ago.
Disgusting, bro.
The baby boo trend is genuinely so disgusting, especially if you're one of those that are wearing panties and putting your cheeks 5 inches away from the camera.
This whole baby boo challenge got me wondering when you started to mind up just coochies.
Any chance you get to be able to show off your body, twerk, because that's all you got. You literally nothing without that.
Stop making these make I feel bad about posting y'all twerking videos to the she gonna call me baby.
Every freaking year, we come up with some type of shaking challenge. Damn, every year, bro, like every year.
There's something deeply unsettling about what twerking has become today. What used to be seen as liberating, cultural, and
now see that right there? You know, you look at that, you look at you know, how the hula girls be in Hawaii and stuff like that is more of a dance. What we're seeing now is like, it just came straight out the strip club. You know, just straight out the strip club.
even empowering now looks like a recycled performance we've all seen 1,000 times, with women flat out saying it's disgusting and dehumanizing, and even men claiming they're not entertained anymore. In today's video, we're looking at how twerking went from liberating to humiliating, and how the internet is boldly saying enough is enough. Quick disclaimer, I'm on what I like to call YouTube's hot seat. So yes, there will be a lot of blurring, and from now on, the word twerk is going to be hip shake. We're all adults. We all know what it looks like. Use your imagination. All right, back to our regularly scheduled program. I think we forget sometimes that hip shaking wasn't always this much. Before it became a challenge or a go-to move for social media clout, it held a completely different weight, especially in its earliest form.
People have always came to me with, they're like, okay, so you know how to twerk, you know all this new phenomenon. I'm like, actually, it's not new. Back in the days, and currently right now in Africa, that is the way we move. That's the whole culture and the basis behind that dance. It's on your hips, and it's to that beat of the drum that makes a woman just want to go back, back, back.
Hip shaking traces all the way back to West African dances like mapuka, which is a traditional dance from Ivory Coast that's centered on rhythm, control, and expression through the hips.
Mapuka was usually carried out when some religious or other grand ceremony was being conducted. It originated southeast of the Ivory Coast in Dabu. This dance is often referred to as the forbidden dance, and has been banned in some countries.
Now, these
Damn.
dances eventually reached the Caribbean, South America, and the southern US. And even as they changed from culture to culture, the focus was still on fun, rhythm, and as always, community.
Black women carried these dances across the transatlantic slave trade to the ring shout in what became the Black American Church, and to the hips of Ma Rainey and Bessie Smith when they sang the blues. Black people carried the origins of this dance through our DNA, through our blood, through our bones.
Now, in certain circumstances, dancing wasn't just for fun. It was a way to reclaim the body. It was almost like a quiet resistance, especially when everything else was being controlled in their community.
For centuries, colonial ideas have depicted Black women as naturally promiscuous and treated them as human zoos just for existing in their bodies. Classic movements, like Josephine Baker's famous banana dance, were once called indecent. Consider this. For centuries, our bodies didn't belong to us. Dancing is a freedom of expression through movement.
Now fast forward to the 1990s,
Yeah.
the bounce music scene in New Orleans gave hip shaking a...
And you think about like, what's the 2 Live Crew? Yeah, because like just from those clips I'm seeing, it just looks more like something that's choreography. You know, as a person who I watch a lot of dancing videos, man. I love to dance myself. And I know the difference. I know the difference between choreography and you know, I mean, if you all you gotta do is listen to the songs that a lot of these people are twerking to, you know?
brand new life, one that was fast, bold, and full of confidence.
New Orleans bounce music began in the late 1980s and early 1990s. Bounce music is a combination of hip-hop, call and response chants, and rapid beats, making it a popular sound locally and spreading throughout the South like Texas and Mississippi.
And I have to give a quick shout out to the NOLA babies because that's my hometown, okay? But bounce music was bouncing, to say the least. It was loud, it was upbeat, and it was made for dancing. And this is where hip shaking exploded into a staple at parties, cookouts, and just Black community spaces in general. Now, the actual word twerk first appeared in a 1993 bounce song called Jubilee All, and it took off from there.
Many people say that's the first time they heard twerk on a record.
Yeah, the girls shaking all in front of us, right? They took the word, say work, and just put a T on it and say, man, they be twerking it. And that's how we joke, twerking it. That's another signature of New Orleans you got to deal with. Back then, when we started twerking it, it was new. We didn't shake on top of the rooftop, call taxi cab buses. We didn't shake it at second line funerals. We the best twerk in the country. If you want to see some real shaking going on, shaking is in New Orleans.
For a while, hip shaking was fun, cultural, and expressive. But slowly over time, something shifted. And that's when mainstream pop culture got a hold of it.
But it was a performance by...
Well, every time I see some type of clip of Miley Cyrus twerking, it's like, come on, bro. I don't know, man. It's just,
Miley Cyrus that really got everyone's attention. Where have you gone, Hannah Montana? Last night, it was Miley MTV style, the 20-year-old twerking her way on stage and out of her clothing to her single, We Can't Stop.
Artists like Nicki Minaj and Miley Cyrus brought hip shaking into the spotlight in a way that was commercial and almost hard to ignore.
Little did I know that a couple years later, Miley Cyrus would perform what seemed like the twerk her around the world. Y'all remember that. That same year, Miley released a single, We Can't Stop, and she was twerking in the video. I remember being like, this is crazy. Hannah Montana twerking all over the place. A couple months later, she performed with Robin Thicke on the VMAs, and that night, seemingly overnight, twerking went mainstream.
And before we knew it, hip shake landed a spot in the Oxford Dictionary in 2013.
Yes, we've heard about the controversy about Miley Cyrus twerking at the VMAs, and now the folks over at the Oxford Dictionaries is going to be adding the verb twerk to the dictionary as part of its quarterly update.
So now the same movements that once symbolized culture and community were now being rebranded as entertainment and thirst trappy.
Twerking is a dance that involves moving your bottom in a very and inappropriate way. We're standing on the corner of California and Union, a very busy intersection, and right behind me is an 11-year-old girl who is being forced to hold up a sign by her mother as punishment for twerking.
I was disrespecting my parents by twerking at my school dance.
And once that door opened, social media did the rest.
Hey, them mothers don't play around. You know. That's another thing too, man, the kids. Cause like I told y'all, we talked about the movies they're watching. You see a lot of times these parents are recording themselves and you see the kids come in the videos too, dancing and all that.
We blinked, and suddenly something sacred turned into a free-for-all. Hip shaking has been so normalized to the point that no one blinks an eye when they scroll past it or see it at morning brunch.
Twerking videos don't hit the same no more. Like, I feel that is way too played out now. Like, you can literally open TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube Shorts at that and just see twerking everywhere. Like, it's normal at this point.
Y'all twerk everywhere y'all go. Sit the down. Show some class. Especially at brunch. I can't even enjoy my food. That's why I don't like going to brunch. I can't enjoy my food because y'all stand up on tables, shaking y'all. Like, sit down.
Now, don't get me wrong. It's not that hip shaking is the actual issue here. There's nothing wrong with the little 1-2, having fun, letting loose. If I had the rhythm to move like that, who knows where I'd be today. But these days, it's becoming less about rhythm and more about being watched and lusted after. Especially with the rise of these hip shaking challenges, it seems like every other month we get a wave of women hip shaking like they have something to prove.
Why is it as women? Why is it every year? Every freaking year, we come up with some type of shaking challenge every year. Why? Like every year, why? I love it, like, you know, a little shaking it. I like that, a little shaking it. But damn, every year, bro.
And the latest challenge, the Baby Boo Challenge, it's starting a messy conversation I didn't see coming. The Baby Boo Challenge is the newest hip shaking trend where women dance to the song What You Is by YoungBoy. Now on the surface, it looks like every other viral challenge.
And you know, if y'all ain't seen them clips of NBA YoungBoy and his fans, how they just rolled up in this concert and taking people's seats, and hey, I've done a couple of videos on him. I always bring it up. Whitney Houston, the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Especially when you cut the music. But the reaction to it is really what got people talking. Comment sections and reaction videos are filled with words like degrading, disgusting, or even...
No, go back. Hold on.
But the reaction to it is really what got people talking. Comment sections and
throwing that funk in a circle. Oh, it's almost like you can just smell it through the damn message. Lord have mercy.
Videos are filled with words like degrading, disgusting, or even decorum lacking.
Sorry, I'm a hater, but the Baby Boo trend is genuinely so disgusting. You can hate on me all you want saying that I have no I'm just jealous, but at least I have some decorum. Did we forget that digital footprint exists, you guys? Like, there's no way some of you are willingly doing this in your panties.
And it's not just a few comments, okay? It's an entire wave of women who are starting to feel like maybe we shouldn't be celebrating this anymore. That is, shimmying and shaking for the camera.
It is 2025. There is no reason that y'all are still twerking on y'all story. I don't even know why y'all made that a thing, but I'm starting to think that y'all crying out for help because, like, stop twerking in booty shorts and panties. Like, that's trifling as Like, you want the internet to see your whole butt cheek and your print. Ew. Like, you could do a little 1-2, put you in a dress or some pants, do a little 1-2, but a dedicated twerk video and boobs is not the move.
Trying to go
To be
viral.
honest, it's starting to feel repetitive, played out, and honestly, it's starting to look like a form of self-disrespect. So now the girls are fighting because one side is saying mind the business that pays you, and then the other side is saying the business stank.
And no shade, I hate to be the one to say it, but some of y'all doing that baby boo trend look like it stink. Like, genuinely, it look like it stink. It look like y'all need to, like, wash up. Like, y'all just look dirty. No shade. Like, if you're gonna do that trend, at least look proper and clean. Like, y'all just look dirty. Y'all look like y'all got something. Like, y'all look like y'all got something.
Damn.
It just don't look right.
Every time there's a twerking challenge going viral on the internet, it's always a couple weird out the bunch that gotta say somebody look like they stink. Like, shut up, ho. Nobody even asked you. Enjoy the show or don't. We really didn't ask or give a
It's funny until you realize people aren't just being petty, they're getting uncomfortable because this form of confidence that is hip shaking for the camera isn't hitting the same anymore. And no, it's not just outsiders or pick-me's that are saying this. Women who like these trends or used to like these trends, even participate in these trends, are stepping back and saying, why are we still doing this?
Because I'm all for having fun just as much as the next person. But why are y'all getting on this app in your drawers and shaking that monkey like that? Yeah, so I think the part that's bamboozling the out of me is the draws. Y'all are in draws. I'm going to bring back a TikTok word from, I think, 2024. Where's the decorum here?
And I don't know, I just feel like twerking to the challenge is so 2012, 2016. Like, we're still doing that?
And you know it's interesting when the men start speaking.
Every one of y'all doing this baby boo challenge, this song with NBA Youngboy, those women are the exact women that I know to stay away from. Y'all are so proud of being thoughts, goofy goober hoes.
Now, a lot of people will see this as ironic because it's men who, let's keep it real, pay to see stuff like this.
Facts.
But now it's online for free.
I like the baby boo challenge just as much as the next. Like, trust me, I'm watching it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Like, y'all really doing what y'all gotta do. Don't get me wrong. But it's just something in me, the girl in me is not okay with y'all shaking y'all on TikTok for free. Very much zero judgment. Like, there's no judgment happening. If you could pick up a camera and put your on and shake your butt full out the bottom, you could definitely set up that camera.
Here's a real question. Would people do this if they had no, and I said this in another video, would people do these if they had nowhere to post them? Like, what if the challenge is just like, you know, girls get with some of their homegirls and they're at one of their houses and they're just dancing in the house, but you had nowhere to post it? Would they still do it? If you couldn't, you could film it and have it on your phone, but you can't post it. Would you still do it?
And just do it. Like, that's just me. At least get paid for it. Because at this point, you either got creepy old men or kids watching you shake. And I don't know if you're okay with that. But I just feel like you should be getting paid for your services. That's just me.
Now the conversation has shifted to where even men are saying, put it away.
Man, I don't give a how nobody feel about it. I don't give a what you gotta say. I don't give a what your opinion is. I'm gonna tell you like this. Not all men enjoy looking at you do this baby boo challenge. That shit is so disgusting, bro. Like, and I'm gonna tell you the worst part about it, man. Most of these females that y'all see on here doing that trend are parents. They give a more about what the internet think about them than what their own children thinking about them, man. We don't give a we tired of seeing you skank ass hoes put your funk ass all over the internet. That shit is not attractive. It is not sexy. I don't give a how nobody feel about it.
Every time I see that little baby boo trend, skip. Swipe.
Y'all see how easy it is? Like, they just get on their shake they like that. How easy they is. That's why you gotta handle a lady how you handle a lady, and you handle how you handle
This is where I'm gonna say something that not a lot of people are gonna like, but I have a genuine question. If the women aren't clapping and the men aren't impressed either, who is this really for? Because the hip shakers can't say, oh, I'm posting this for myself, if they're posting it online for millions across the globe to.
I just said that. I just said that. Because you can't say you're posting it for yourself, because then you wouldn't post it. You would just have it in your phone. This girl is very, very wise beyond her years.
See, if you were posting it for yourself, then you just keep it in the drafts or the camera roll, right? And I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of the women that are doing this challenge don't even look like they're having fun or enjoying it. Half of them are staring blankly into the camera while they're making their thighs shake.
That's
and
what it is.
You could say that they're trying to focus because, okay, I'll give them their props on muscle control because you do have to stay focused when you do moves like that. But the energy behind it feels empty and it looks like they're making themselves do it because they know that it'll go viral.
Right.
Or you could say they feel pressured. I came across multiple videos of people encouraging women to hop on this trend, some even going as far as saying turn around like another angle is needed.
If you're doing that baby boo challenge, turn that around. We don't want to see you shaking them raggedy, jiggly thighs from the front. Turn that around or delete the video.
How y'all gonna do that little baby boo challenge and y'all just jiggling y'all legs in the front? Baby, we don't want to see that shit. Baby, turn that around and make that shake.
I'm no better than a man. Turn around. I don't want to see your thighs move.
And that's what makes this so unsettling. We're watching in real time what happens when something that once felt freeing starts feeling like an obligation to be sexy and seen.
One girl, she got summons, I guess. She just had to prove that she could do this baby boo challenge better than everybody else. You would think she was submitting the application to Harvard as hard as she was going to put in her little baby boo challenge application.
So, what happens when the hip shaking trends die down, but your body doesn't? I think a lot of women forget that once you upload something to TikTok, Instagram, or whatever, it's not just a cute moment, it's an imprint. Or I could say it's a footprint.
But I get on TikTok this morning and I'm literally watching y'all get on here in your underwear as if a digital footprint don't exist.
Digital footprint has had the girls in a chokehold, and the grip is only getting tighter and tighter the more comfortable we get online. Then, fast forward, it's 2075, and your grandkids run up to you with their iPhone 30 ultra thin maximum 3000.
What?
And you see yourself at 19 doing the baby boo challenge. All because that video got 10,000 saves, it got stitched 200 times, but it's also possible in this lifetime too, and Kim Kardashian knows that best.
Everybody look at this is on Roblox.
What? Who made that?
That right there is a perfect example. You got a kid showing their mom something, and we all know what that something is about her. Really think about that. A kid got the iPad in his hand. Yeah. That sums it up for you right there.
Who made that? Where is it? Click on it. Oh, hold on.
This is a character on Roblox, what it says. What? There was a picture of my cry face, and then I looked at it, and it said something super inappropriate, like Kim's new tape. The last thing that I want as a mom is for my past to be brought up 20 years later.
What do we really get out of doing these challenges and posting them for the world to see? What are we expecting to get out of it? Respect? And this isn't me saying that you don't deserve respect just because you participate in hip shaking challenges. It's just, at what point do we stop and ask ourselves, what is this actually doing for me? Who's actually getting satisfaction from my content?
After you post yourself twerking on the internet for everybody to see, do you not get embarrassed after that? Like, after you see all the guys thirsting and lusting after you, I just wonder, like, how do you feel after? Like, do you get happy with the attention that you're getting?
Yes, because most of the people that are doing it are attention seekers. They're looking for validation, you know, and I'm pretty sure they done read every single comment. And if there's a comment that they don't like, then that person is hating on them. I feel like if you're trying to give someone some constructive criticism, you're looked at as a hater. So yes, they love it.
Or do you feel bad afterwards, like knowing that these guys are only on your page because of simple things?
You're being consumed. And I say this with all the love in my heart, but people are consuming you and you're getting nothing out of it but what? Some likes, some shares, some comments, some yes queens. What once was a cultural expression has turned into a performance that's lost its meaning, and now it's not about culture anymore. It's about giving the algorithm exactly what it wants.
So, you know, a lot of them were used that as motivation to start themselves a OF page, you know, because I don't know. I just feel like we're dealing with a lot of lazy people, people who are looking for the best way to make a quick buck. Nobody wants to really work for nothing anymore. Morals are going out the door. And I didn't think it was going to be like this with the youth, you know, but I mean, hell, you even got people, what, 20s, 30s, 40s doing all of these type of challenges, you know? Um, it really is sad though, because when you think about like what they're saying, it's like, who are you really doing this for? I just, again, I like that there's a lot of women in here talking about this, but then it is also refreshing to see guys talk about it. You know, like, again, it's one thing if it's choreography, like you got a group dancing. You know, you watch those shows like America's Next Best Dance Crew, So You Think You Can Dance, World of Dance, just all that stuff. And there be some twerking that's involved, but it's not like right up in your face, just, you know. Appreciate y'all coming over and watching. Yeah. Peace out.